of the burn ban with a bonfire. No? It's too much? Alright, I won't do it. This week we are going to be focusing on our deck/dock project.
Hickory dock.
So you can do that, but I can't do
the clock.
lifting of the burn ban.
Hickory dickory dock.
That's not even how it goes.
The deck dock. The one that we were working on weeks ago. We're getting back to that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's stop giving things nicknames.
Okay.
So we're going to be working on the deck/don't do it. Please don't do it. This week we are working on the deck/dock.
The deck dock
Project. And they lifted the burn ban, which is amazing because that's been in effect all spring and summer long. And we have this massive pile behind our dam that we need to get burned.
Yeah, the whole valley is basically on fire. The boys and I left town. We drove back into town yesterday and everybody is torching their properties. So we're going to be doing the same.
With the lifting of the burn ban.
No, you have a spider in your hair.
Ah, where? Why? Why every time? Get it. Did you get it?
You got it. You got it.
Did I get it?
It's gone. So I know that our initial intro was a little rough on our part there. Let's make things slightly clearer, shall we? We have this massive slash pile that you see behind us here. All of this stems from the fact that we took down a whole bunch of trees because we needed to make room for this dam, which is right here. We want to get all of that cut up into smaller pieces, moved a few feet away, and then burned very thoroughly because, again, that burn ban has been lifted. The reason we're doing all this is, for one, it's really close to all these nice trees which we see from up top on the upper portion of our property. I don't want to damage any of those trees. Also, we put down all this straw here for our clover seed on the back side of the dam. I don't want to run the risk of all of that catching fire. Kamani is down here to help. Let's get the chainsaw fired up. The kitties are down here as well.
Both cats.
Here comes Mabel. Hi, Mabel.
So you know you're from a family of 7 when you're sleeping through a chainsaw. He didn't even flinch.
I think I'm going to change up my strategy.
Yeah?
It's too much material to move my hand, so.
Whatever do you mean?
So I cut a hole. I think we stuffed that hole, try to torch this thing. It's a risk. We'll have to watch the dam and all the straw. And I really don't want to scorch those trees, but since we're working tomorrow, for the sake of saving some time and energy, why don't we just try it?
Okay.
We'll see what that does. Much cardboard lit. The wood's pretty wet, but I think it's just on the surface. The stuff underneath is still relatively dry, and I'm starting a fire on the far side away from the trees. So hopefully we can keep this somewhat contained and not ruin our dam and these beautiful trees that we have back behind the pile.
Snowman arm. Your hay is...
It's going up the straw.
Yeah.
It's a perfect day for this. There's no wind, but that's creeping. Can you put it out from up there?
Don't
get too close.
There.
It's not worth it. Just let it burn. If you can stomp it out, if it gets closer, stomp it out. Well, this slash pile has been burning for multiple hours at this point. I've been down here kind of keeping tabs on things, picking up all the loose ends and getting them tossed back into the middle. I think at this point it's probably best to head back up, rest. Tomorrow we got some work to do.
We've lost the kids for the night.
Lost the kids. We're gonna let this thing burn overnight. I'll take everything that gets left behind, stack it on the big pile of embers that I'm anticipating, and then we'll get to work over on our pier.
As you guys know, I've been doing a lot of research on diet and supplements, and I've been on all kinds of forums, and so I'm going on all these websites that I would normally not go on, but thankfully I have Surfshark VPN, and so I know our online security is safe, and they happen to be the sponsor of today's video. Now, if you don't know what a VPN stands for, it stands for Virtual Private Network, and trust me when I tell you, you definitely want one. A VPN will keep your online security safe by encrypting all the information that you send from your device to the internet. Essentially, it blurs it, like a mask, which protects your information from big companies and cyber criminals. Now, another really fun feature of having a VPN is it allows you to swap your real virtual location with a new one. So you can virtually travel to any country around the globe. This is particularly helpful with streaming services because you can literally access thousands of different titles not available here, which gives you so many new options to watch. Something else that I really appreciate is their antivirus because they keep all of our devices virus-free with real-time protection and scheduled scans. Now, the reason we chose Surfshark is because they came highly recommended. They don't store any of our information. They offer a 30-day money-back guarantee, and they're one of the only VPNs that allow us to use one account over all of our devices. To give them a try for yourself, just click the link below or go to surfshark.com/GSL and use our code GSL to get 4 extra months of Surfshark VPN.
I see Revelation standing at the door. I have held your hand for so long I don't remember anymore. Well, I have searched in miles wide and found more than that deep. I'm so glad a decade on your fire still burns with me. Oh, let them speak of a man who lives to die. And in my bones beat the pleasure of your fire. And my heart still breaks with the rivers running wilder every day. It's how I know. My energy would carry me on through. The poetry kissed reality the moment I'm in you.
Better backward than forward, I always say.
Ferry?
Oh, my friends,
Back it up.
and all these years never told me what you do.
Spin.
Now I know it's so obvious. Through you I grew. Oh, let them speak of a man who lives to die. And in my bones beat the pleasure of your fire. And my heart still breaks, but the river's running wilder every day. That's how I know.
Not the safest drive in the world, especially when it's extra muddy out.
That's how I know.
We gotta do something about this hill.
I am home.
Oh, mud butt season again. Yesterday's fire is smoldering. I came back out this morning and restacked everything that was left behind, so it's still burning. We are moving on to our deck dock.
Your hickory dickory dock?
Our TikTok, deck dock, whatever it is we're calling it. I came back out here last night and actually got a laser level set to mark the bottom of all of our rim joists, which we were hoping to get installed here today. I'm going around each post, marking where we need to be resting all of these rim joists. Also, because of how we set up our posts, we're going to have a curvature to all of our rim joists, which means that we're going to be having to put a bunch of kerf cuts in there. We'll explain all that when we get to it. I've never done this before, so fingers crossed that everything works out okay.
I'll let Jeremy continue marking those in peace, and the teddy bear and I will give you a little update on the pond. So we have still a glorified mud puddle back here, but the good news is we've had very limited precipitation and we're not losing any water. That's what I said, precipitation. Precipitation. Sorry, I didn't say it fancy enough. We've had very limited precipitation. Better?
Better.
Okay. And so our glorified mud puddle is, in fact, holding water. We have a lot of rain in the forecast, so we're going to see exactly how much water this pond will hold. My hope is that we have at least enough water to make a really cool ice skating rink down here for the kids for the winter. And then in the spring, I think is when we're really going to get a lot of moisture and fill this pond up. But good news, when the ground is saturated, it does hold water. On another positive note, the clover is growing really well now that the ground is staying wet because we have a lot of moisture overnight and everything like that. And we have a nice green little road forming, and it just gives us a little bit of insight as to what this is going to look like when the clover really explodes in the spring.
So we're using treated 2x12s for all of our joists, in this case the rim joists, and like I said, I'm gonna have to make a series of curve cuts. Curve cuts are basically little gaps, spaces that'll end up in the board. I have our blade set to where I won't cut all the way through. That should allow for some flexibility. Like I mentioned, never done this before, so we're gonna give it a shot. We'll add more if we have to. So I'm gonna do the majority of our cuts at 6 feet, since those posts are 6 feet apart. That makes sense, right? That's where the bend.
Because you need the flexibility at the posts.
Primarily, we're gonna have to do some additional relief cuts though. And then, like I said, we'll just add more if we have to. Yeah?
This sounds good.
I don't want to ruin this board. It's expensive.
Like a slinky.
I mean, slinkies aren't expensive. They're cheap, but maybe more now because that's kind of retro, right?
Yeah. Everyone loves a slinky.
Indeed.
So once again, Micah is sleeping through all of this noise, and I know a lot of you guys are wondering how this is even possible. When he is alone in a quiet, dark room, he sleeps for about 5 minutes before he realizes he's alone and he feels insecure. When he's contact napping with me in his carrier, he just feels safe and secure, and so noise and all kinds of chaos can be happening around him. And as long as he can feel me and smell me and feel my breathing and everything, he just stays asleep, and this is how he gets the best nap in. These new carriers, because I know there's been a little bit of concern, they're literally sitting in them. They're nice and wide around their whole bottom section, and so it doesn't put any compression on their spine. The old carriers used to suspend them by their crotch, and it would put a lot of pressure on their spine, and they were really narrow and they weren't so comfortable. But they put a lot of effort and science into the new carriers in the way that they are, and they're just so much more comfortable and safe for baby. And so we love the whole contact nap thing. Works really well for us.
Pretty flexy. Just try sticking it up. I think that's gonna work though. It definitely helps the boards longer, more flex. That line on the post is gonna be where the bottom should sit, so just get it relatively close. I'm gonna tack this side in place, and then I'll come tack your side. Set it down. We got all of our curve cuts set up here on this first 2x12. Got it tacked into place. All of it worked out well. We had more than enough flexibility to make up this curve, so you have an idea what that's going to look like. Unfortunately, what that revealed is that our posts are set too high, so we're going to pull this board down and top these posts, because all of our cross joists and our decking, by the time we're ready to get that on, it won't work with these in a way. So pull that down, cut these, and we'll continue on. All right, put it back up. Let's go.
Close your eyes, not all.
My baby.
Let me sweep you off your feet.
My buddy. Be a good boy. Mwah. See you in a little bit.
There's a home in the meadow.
He wants to
That's a
jump.
home you ought to need.
He's had his nap. He ate his food. He gets coat off.
This will be our threshold to a home of joy and peace. This will be a place where our sorrows are released. Know the walls are for now a little empty, but you've the eye of an artist. So let's paint the walls with laughter until not a spot is missed. Twine your treasures on shelves with mine, and hang your dresses by the mirror. I never heard my heart sing the way it is now that you're here.
Let's make sure we don't snap the board.
Yeah.
This will be our home.
It's like we're building a big boat.
Dark.
This
If
will
the
be
animals
our
start coming 2 by 2,
Slightly smaller.
they'll think a flood is coming.
for tonight. Let's leave the dishes in the sea, and our shoes.
Oh, look at you.
Bottoms
Look at you.
Yeah, but look at you.
dancing in the kitchen. And our feet are bare.
And just like that, all of our rim joists are up. That worked out really well for having not done this before, I think, right?
Yes.
It's a funky shape, but it'll look really cool in the end. Obviously, this isn't perfect, so if you're thinking that this looks a little wonky out there, you may
It
be
does.
correct. We're gonna have decking boards that overlap all of these joists, and then we're gonna cut a nice curve into that. Should look much cleaner.
Yeah. I think it's going to be very unique.
So we have a V right now. Obviously, I still am not super duper confident about what I'm doing on the front. I'm gonna have to try to get some concrete footers done. I think with maybe a couple posts, and then we'll finish off that front span, and from there we will do the interior joists. Once that's done, we'll protect everything, make sure we're all good, and then run our decking, and then we'll have a deck.
Let's eat food.
A deck.
TikTok. Let's eat. I'm hungry. Oh
Ah,
my gosh.
0 for 2. Now I gotta
Too
go
much
down there.
power. Okay.
Kobe. Oh, that was perfection.
Okay, it is dinner time, and I just wanted to introduce you guys to my crazy cupboard. So I have my own cupboard now because I'm trying to go into full remission from my Hashimoto's using diet, which I know can be a little bit tricky, but right now I'm taking Levo, and my whole goal is to get off of that. I don't want to be on any medication at all. My Papu is 98 years old this year, and he is not on any medication, and that's my goal. I need to live to be 100 on no medication. So anyway, I'm totally changing my diet. I will admit it's been pretty bad. I love carbohydrates, so I am going completely gluten-free. I am doing no added sugars at all, no processed food, no dairy, no soy. Good news is I'm learning what I can eat and what I can't. Now I'm doing an AIP diet, and the only thing I'm doing that is breaking the rules is old-fashioned organic rolled oats sometimes, and brown rice, because I need some kind of a starch in my life besides sweet potatoes. So I'm breaking the rules there. I'm taking vitamin D3K2, selenium, magnesium, turmeric and beetroot as an anti-inflammatory, and then my postnatals because I'm still nursing. So other than that, everything is a whole food. It's only been 7 days, but I swear the inflammation is going down. Maybe it's just a placebo effect. I'm not totally sure. I'm gonna have all my blood work redone in about 3 weeks, and I'm going in for the biopsy in 3 weeks as well. I will definitely keep you guys updated, but at this point, if I don't figure out some kind of a whole food cookie, I might die. So my goal tonight is to figure out a cookie, because I need a cookie like you wouldn't believe. I'm realizing that this health journey is going to be no different from anything else that we have to do in life to improve our situation. None of us get to just wake up and say, well, today I'm going to live a better life doing exactly what I've always done. That's not exactly the way that a better life works. The path to better usually begins with discomfort. It takes work, it takes research, there is trial and error, and there are setbacks. There are things that work out, and then there are things that teach us. But as long as we commit to doing what we need to do, instead of retreating to that place of comfort and habit, better slowly becomes easier. The habits that we once had soon fade into new routines, and before we know it, better is no longer the struggle that it once was. What before required motivation soon becomes our new normal, and eventually we look back and we wonder why we waited so long to just do a little bit better.